usually ask, like I will do now. How's your mind? How's your body? And how is your soul? Whatever you're feeling, trust me, I'm feeling it too. If you're feeling the weather, I'm feeling it too. If you're feeling hungry, I will feel hungry very soon. If you are in between, I am in between too, somehow. But at the end of the day, Nigeria Info, we're here for you 366 days in a year, all day, every day, talking for development. My name is Denise Dennis Waller, and it's a brand new week. The 14th day in the month of July 2025. Something tells me that July is going to be a really fast month. Yes. And before you know it, we'll be in the month of August. And then we'll be in the month of September. And then by the time we get into the month of October, the year has ended. Just 2 dates I'm looking forward to. Once those 2 dates come and go, I am in 2026 already. That's how I live my life. Anyway, before we start the show in full today, bring out your mobile devices, turn on your data, and get on the website oneplay.ng. Yes, OnePlay, that's the number one. Then play.ng. With 500 Naira, you stand a chance of winning 25,000 Naira on the sunny side today. 2 people, actually. So I'm giving away 50,000 Naira. All you have to do is get on the website, oneplay.ng, select Nigeria Info 92.3 PH, put your number, and buy as many tickets as you can afford, and wait for the raffle draw time. So I will do the draw and I will get my first winner. Then I'll do another draw and then I will get my second winner. If you can't do that via mobile devices, how about you use the USSD code *347 *880 *6 hash *347 *880 *6 hash and buy your tickets. And remember, every ticket you buy between today up until Friday qualifies you to be a part of the jackpot draw, where you get to win a part of the 2 million Naira jackpot on OnePlay on the sunny side. It doesn't get any better, does it? Yeah. So get on, buy your tickets. Don't play, but play on OnePlay. Now we're going to short break. When we come back, job termination and the possibility of rehiring.
It's natural to have different ideologies. We tend to see things from different perspectives. So, share your views on the sunny side as we make room for philosophical, ethical, and thought-provoking discussions. The Sunny Side, 12 noon to 3 p.m., Monday to Friday, on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
To thrive in a fast-changing world,
tune in to 92.3 Nigeria Info. Keep your dial locked for sustainable development.
To the sunny side, job termination and a possibility of rehiring. When a termination is different from resigning. When you resign, you are telling them that it's been a really nice time working with you. I have learned a lot of things on the job. I have done this and done that, and I think it is time to move on to greater things. Thank you once again for your time. I wish you well. And the company would be like, oh, we're gonna miss you. They're even going to do a send forth for you. They'll call your colleagues, and then you guys will go somewhere, or they'll do it at the office. And everybody will be given an opportunity to say something nice about you. How about that? Yeah, they will be like, when Somi was here, he was such a great... Somi is the go-to person. Sometimes I have a difficulty. I just go to Somi. Somi will be like, okay, oh, you do it like this. We're so going to miss you. Everybody will say one thing. It's an emotional period, you know. And then after all said and done, everybody will now start singing, for he's a jolly good fellow. If it's a she, for she's a... If it's a he, for he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. And so says all of us. And so, you know, it's like that. You guys are bidding a person farewell. And you are wishing him or you're wishing her well. It's different from when they terminate your appointment. They're not doing Stanford for you. I don't know how some companies do it. They just tell you, stop coming to work. You are fired. We hereby write to inform you that your services are no longer required. Termination is termination. When an employer terminates your appointment, the employment contract is generally brought to an end, provided the proper procedures like notice or payment in lieu of notice are followed. And it's the employer's right to hire and fire. In Nigeria, while the National Industrial Court of Nigeria has moved towards requiring valid reasons for termination, the common law principle still holds that an employer has the right to terminate an employment contract provided it's done in one day and my sister today. I was a salary employee. Would they have to rehire me for my services? Now that's a new offer entirely. And a new offer will automatically mean a new contract. If they want your services today, the following Monday or whatever, and you are officially terminated on Thursday, they would essentially be making a new offer of employment. The new offer would lead to a new employment contract. Even if it's for a very short period of time, you would have the right to accept or decline this new offer, and you could negotiate terms, including compensation for that Monday. But then, we are human beings. Come on. Some of us do not take the news of being fired well, especially when we're putting our all into seeing that the business grows, makes progress and all of that. And then there are times when we become very attached to the organization. So you tell me, as an individual, you know you did not do this for anything. Then they fired you. Then they come back to hire you. Would you be open to being rehired by an organization that terminated your appointment? They're seeking you to come back. Would you be open? What would be your reasons? If you're not going to accept the offer, what are your reasons for declining? That's on one hand. On the other hand, maybe time passed and you see that there is an opening and you qualify for that opening in that organization that you had worked for before. Would you apply? And then if you own a business, maybe you can help answer this question, because you guys are the ones that do the hiring and firing through your HR department, that is. Someone who had worked for you before, whether the person resigned or the appointment was terminated, would you be willing to rehire the person, and why? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002. Again, 0817 923 0002. We also have 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416. On X at Nigeria Info PH, And our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Do well to turn down the volume of your radio set as you call. Be audible so we can hear you. Our call screener is in standby to take your calls first before passing you on to me in the studio. So when you do call, the first voice you would hear will not be my voice. But of course, that of the call screener. Be brief, straight to the point, because we have others waiting to air their views. Dakuku from Eche. Hello, Dakuku. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, Sunnyside. Good afternoon, Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon, Dakuku.
I have a factory, a company. I employ somebody over it. Definitely, there is something that he left this or his contract was being ended. Definitely, if I know that he knows what he's doing on that company, definitely the company renew back and be functioning well. Be able to call that person back because I know he'll be able to make my company well. Make my company well. So I will be able to call him or her back. Are you getting my point? So I have to retain that person back because I know he wants my company to grow. Are you getting my point?
I'm getting your point.
So that's what I will do. I will not allow, I will bring him or her back to my company because she wants my company to grow. Thank you.
All right then. Thank you, Dakuku from Eche. Oh, so sorry about that. Again, the numbers 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number remains 0809-030-6416. We're live on X at Nigeria Info PH, and Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Would you be open to being rehired by an organization that terminated your appointment? Think about it. Nigeria Info, good afternoon.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
I've heard the audio. My name is Don Will.
Your name is?
Don Will.
Don Will, welcome.
No. Only Oyibo Man Company can terminate your appointment. I'll call you back later. But Black Man Company, they will not even allow you to near the gate. Immediately they terminate the appointment by maybe disengagement without any benefit. They will not even allow you to near the gate. They will instruct security not to allow you to near the gate. That is the Black Man Company. But for White Man Company, immediately you work very well with them. Maybe one thing or the other happen, then the job, maybe they terminate some people, or maybe your name follow. They can recall you, but in Black Man Company,
are you speaking out from experience that no black company actually rehires someone they fire?
They hire us. We work for 10 years. One day they gave us data that they drop some cost. Then they drop that one. I decided to support. No, I would not win because they don't hire players. So they back down to do the I go from anything. So that is Black Man Company for you.
All right, thank you.
Only White Man Company can call you back, but Black Man.
Well, I actually know a company. Hold on, I actually know a company that terminates your appointment, and if there's an opening and they need your services again, they can rehire you, whether you resigned or they terminated your appointment. I know some companies like that in Nigeria, owned by black people.
Okay.
That's why I had to ask if you're speaking out of experience or you just feel it's a black man thing.
Out of my experience.
I'm so sorry for your experience. But then again, if your organization had called you back, would you have returned?
They cannot call me back.
No. Hold on. You've already made up your mind they won't call you back. But then if they call you back, would you return?
I will not.
You will not. Okay. You can already tell from his response that his mind is made up as to whether or not a black company will call him back. And for that reason, he doesn't think they will call him back. So his response is totally hinged around them not calling him back before he even thinks of considering the rehire. But let's hear from Justice from Umujoga. Hi, Justice. Welcome.
My sister, Dennis, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I am speaking as an HR person.
Okay, welcome.
Yes, I have over 4 years experience in human resources.
Interesting.
There are ways. Let's say, for example, there are 3 ways in which a staff can leave a company. We say abscondment or abandonment of duty, termination or resignation. These are ways a staff can leave. But the most important one, that it is preferable for one to leave, is the resignation. Because when you resign and leave a company, you are prone. There are opportunities that you can come back if you wish it, or if the company settles most of the things that made you to leave. But when you come to talk of rehiring somebody that a company, a particular organization fired, there are little chances for that to happen. There are little chances for that to happen because most organizations wouldn't want it. Only few will, if it's possible. Because they will fear. They will fear for you to be terminated. If we bring you back, that thing that made us to fire you, you will still repeat it, or you have no growth, you have no work on yourself. Maybe inability to produce results. You are not working well, no improvement. So there is this tendency that you cannot be rehired. Now, when you have been terminated, you as a person, I don't advise that you go back to a place where you were terminated, because that thing that made you to be terminated, that made the company to terminate you, we still make them to terminate you again. Now, I am advising most HR companies and most HR professionals. You are the first point of contact for a new hire to join a company. Most reasons why staff are being terminated, abandon duty, is because they don't have direct access to the HRO. You see, most HRO people, they complain staff is stopping them of calling them on phone. Why can't staff call you on phone? HR is the middleman. You speak for the company and you speak for the staff. Then when they call you on phone, you complain. How do you want these people to feel? They will abandon duty. They will abscond. They will put up all manner of attitude, and then you drop them. You begin to complain. So then, if you have any question for me, so we'll make it.
All right, HR. I have listened to you. I didn't want to interrupt you till you were done speaking, and I'm glad I'm speaking with HR now. You make it seem like every time the company terminates someone's appointment, it is because the person was unproductive. Let me cast your mind back to COVID-20. What did they call it then? 2019, right?
Yes.
COVID-19
era.
COVID-19. Thank you so much. The COVID-19 era, the impact, we started feeling it here in the year 2020. If you do remember, a lot of companies were downsizing.
Yes.
And the reason they were downsizing is because business was not moving as usual. The revenue was not coming as usual. People were not having events. There was lockdown here and there. People were not purchasing some things that, people would term as luxury, because where were they taking them to? A vast majority of us were locked down in one location or the other. So for that reason, they had to downsize. Some people had to work remotely. They could not pay. And they said, it was a tough decision for some companies to make, but it had to be done. Now, you're saying that those people whose appointments were terminated during the COVID-19 era, there's no possibility that they will come back if they were productive?
Then it happened in my company where I was working then. Because there were no more sales, we have to drop some people, so that we can be able to pay salaries. Now look at what happened. Where these people, this cannot be an outright termination. There was an mutual agreement between the company and the staff that if after COVID-19 and business brings up again, we will bring you back. That you are giving an example of two different scenarios. I fought in a company and I was terminated. and a company dropped me because of COVID-19. These are two different things.
Hey, no, HR, you still don't get it. Your response, like I said, was hinged around termination based on unproductive. You didn't give room for the possibility that someone can be terminated, and it didn't have to do with the person's bad conduct or unproductiveness. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand me now?
Yes. I'm with you. In this case you are mentioning, they can be recorded. And doing termination,
well, thank you so much, Justice. A lot of businesses are not modeled after. What's the word I'm looking for? A lot of businesses don't have certain structures. Not many businesses hate our department. Not many businesses will give you an employment letter upon employment. They will not give you a termination letter too. Let me see. Okay, you don't do this work before. Okay. Oh yeah, now you'll start work tomorrow. Will they pay you 100,000? Or you start work tomorrow? Oh, thank you, sir. You see the same way they didn't issue a letter. When it is time to let you go, I called you to tell you that I should stop working. Tomorrow should be your last day here, or starting today, you are fired. No structure. And the kind of business model some of us are used to is not the one that has accounts department, marketing department, HR department, this department. No! Oga, we own the business. 3 of him boys. Cleaner. 1 accountant. 1 office assistant. No HR. Owner of business does the hiring. Owner of business does the firing. But you see, sometimes some of these businesses that do not seem to have structure have been running for years. So contracts, when you say, hey, contract, it doesn't make sense to them. They don't understand contract. They don't understand terms of engagement. They don't understand compensation. They don't understand notice. That's why a staff member can just stay today and say, I don't feel like going to work today. We'll not call Oga to say, Oga, I cannot come today. Your Oga will call you. Then the next day you show up, Oga, I was not feeling fine. Okay, let me give you a practical example. I was at the salon on Saturday, and I know the owner of the salon. The owner of the salon did not show up till towards the end of the day. Her girls did not even know she was not going to show up. And by the time she came, she didn't know when they showed up at work. She asked them, when did you resume work today? So you understand. Now, that is someone's job. I mean, it may not seem like a white-collar job. It may not seem like that kind of job where you have to sign in, clock in, and clock out. But a lot of businesses operate like that. At that point where they say you should not come to work again, they may or may not give you a reason not to come. Sometimes there is no closure. You fight within yourself. What did I do? What did I do? What was my offense? You are not being told. Different from the ones that have structure. You need to be absent from work. You officially get permission. If you say you are sick, you're supposed to bring a doctor's report showing you are sick. If you want to go on leave, you apply. If you want this, there's a structure. You talk to HR will talk to top management and all of that. But in all of these businesses, both the ones with structure and without structure, there will be termination. A staff member can choose not to go to work tomorrow. You have to just take it that the person has resigned. You wait 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Okay, what about domestic helps? They tell you that they are going for Christmas. It's not just domestic helps. Your staff member will tell you they are going for Christmas. You expect that by January they will be back. They don't come back. And then by January you are looking for new people again. Would you be open to being rehired by that your organization or that your orga that told you do not come to work again, your services are no longer needed, or better still, you are fired? Would you be open to rehiring after a termination of your appointment? Would it be any different if they were not the ones that terminated your appointment and you resigned on your own? 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number remains 0809-030-6416. In Nigeria, if your company sack you and call you back, my sister, run. Because this time you will first end in prison before you are fired. Pata Ernest from Woji. This one says, I am just laughing. If you fire me from your company, it means you think I did something wrong. I can take constructive criticism and feedback because I know I'm not perfect. But if you terminate me because you were flexing muscle, or you listened to false stories about me, or you were envious of me, so my leaving was enforced in an unpalatable way, you won't have a chance to rehire me because one of these three things will happen. I will find a way to buy your company just so I can fire you. I will go and work for your competition so that they can undercut you or take your customers. I will set up a service or business that will take your customers, clients, and target audience from right under your nose. Anonymous, send that in. It's a dog-eat-dog war, right? Divine from Iwafe, welcome to the sunny side, Divine. Talk to me.
Thank you, Denise. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can I call the name of any company?
No.
Where I work before?
No. You can use a color. If people can identify that color, oh well.
Okay. Some years back, I worked in a company. We produce, in fact, we were the best in ice cream all over Africa.
Interesting.
And I worked in the mixing room where we produce the ice cream. And somehow, there was a petition against me. Just a young boy, just finished secondary school. I've only worked for about 2 years plus. That I bought a car, and I must have been stealing some things from the company to have achieved that strive at that age, at 21. So I was wondering, I didn't take anybody's property, I didn't steal from the company, and they did not investigate well. I was fired. And I knew my job. I am indispensable, Dennis. As at that time, the job I was doing, nobody could do that job. So I left. After 2 weeks, all the production I made had been exhausted. There was nobody who could do the job. They now called me back. That they have investigated that I was innocent. I said, no. I want to know who petitioned me. And they gave me the name. I said, this is who petitioned me. Some of them have 4 or 5 children, 3 children, and they are married. Dennis, I proved to them that day. I said, 1, I'm not married. I'm a young boy. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't womanize. I stay all alone. I don't care for father. I don't care for mother. Why won't I be able to achieve this when they have all this in their custody and they want to achieve the same thing I want to achieve? It's not possible. So they pleaded with me. I said, fine. You have called me back. I will not work with you based on salary. I want to work with you based on contract. And they were shocked. So they said, okay, somebody will work with me. I said, no. I will work alone. If you want me to train anybody, you will pay me extra.
Wonderful.
And you're not able to pay the terms of condition for the extra. So I worked with them, locked the door when I want to work. There was heat, but I didn't mind. What they were paying me a month while I was a young staff was what they were paying me every week.
Whoa.
After 5 months, I left them, went back to school. I gained admission. So that was just what happened. So it's not because you are not competent. It's not because you've done anything wrong. Somebody somewhere just hates you and you are fired. We should be able to know our job. If I did not know my job, I was not doing my job well. Somebody else knew how to do my job. That would have been the end. They would have called me back. So that was my own situation. Thank you.
You stand a chance to negotiate better. You know your job. Man, know thyself. It's a man, know thyself kind of situation. Amsoki Fubara from Port Harcourt says, I have resigned from an organization before. However, with new job role, I'll be fine to come back and work. Hi, Denise. Redundancy is usually termination of contracts without any offense committed by employees, but maybe due to downturn in business. Some of my colleagues were sent on redundancy, job terminated for no reason by an oil and gas company in Port Harcourt. Case went to court for wrongful termination. Employees lost the case, though some of us were called back, and when business improved, and with better pay. though I rejoined the international branch of the company in another country. Prince sent that in. I don't expect a terminated employee to go back to his or her former employer because there are chances of a repeat in termination. There are chances for a staff affected by redundancy or resigned staff to be called back. Justice Ori from Umudioga. I see some messages on Facebook. Hold on a second. Let me find them and read them. Okay, so this one is from Facebook for those watching live. Hold on a second. Good. Ihanye Chuku Alaribe says no. Coach Izu Godson Udemeze says Nigeria happens to workers in the private sector too. Unfortunately, many Gen Z youths will be fired without notice because many of them lack decorum or manners. As one who owns a company, you tell me, would you be willing to rehire someone who has worked in your organization before now? After the break, we'll come back with round conversation.